What's up guys, Caden here with Shoegeekflips. Today we're going to be doing a day in the life of a six-figure reseller, so stay tuned to see what we sold. Just a sneak peek, 34 pairs, just under $10,000 worth of shoes. It's going to be a good one. Alright, so here's a better look of all the shoes we're shipping out. Going to be covering every shoe in depth a little bit here, but going to be highlighting a few as well. So this was a good one. These GT2 cuts is what they're called. This is what they look like. Pretty cool basketball shoe. I picked up 10 of these for about 900 bucks. They were about 90 bucks each. I just sold this one for I believe 150 before fees, 126 after fees. So about a $35 profit on the shoe. I'm always happy with that. If I'm making 35 bucks, that's a 35% ROI. Actually, it's higher because I only paid 90. 35% ROI on a really quick moving shoe, and I still have 7 left. So I'm really happy with that one. This was also a cool one. I picked these up at an outlet for, these are seeing that, 50 bucks. With discounts, I got these down to 42 bucks. So I think these are the USC colorways, or the USC I believe is what it is. And again, really dope shoe here. I think I sold those for around 130. I could be wrong, but decided to sell those, which is cool. Lots of other just random retros here. You guys can see just some 4s, some 3s, more 4s. Lots of just other stuff that I've had for retail and just kind of been sitting on. This was actually the most profit I've made here. These Kyries, and you check this out. Kyrie 7, this is a shoe a lot of people overlook for whatever reason. This is the ray gun versions, and if I'll show you here. They were refurbished. If you guys don't know about the Nike refurbished program, basically how it works is they'll take shoes like these, and they're either worn once or returned or whatever, and as you can see, the shoe is refurbished. Do you guys see if it's been worn before? It doesn't look like it, right? A lot of the times these shoes aren't even worn. There's really not any issues with them, but Nike still marks them as refurbished, which just means they clean them up and they drop them for a crazy low price. So if you check right there, on the box it says 165 or 65 bucks. With discounts, and for whatever reason, I bought these shoes for 11 bucks and like 80 cents. Crazy, and I just sold them after fees for 136. So they sold on GOAT for 161. I made over 1,000% ROI on that shoe, which is pretty dope. Lots of other shoes, some easy slides here, these glides, more refurbished stuff. Again, oftentimes when they're refurbished, there's nothing wrong with them. This is a completely white Air Force One, as you can see. It's not even been worn. It doesn't even look like it's been tried on. This shoe was refurbished, but look at the price on there, 60 bucks. Really cool what they do with the Nike refurbished program. And yeah, that's basically what it looks. So most of the shoes that I'm shipping out here are going to be bricks as well as hype, but most of them, again, like I said, are hype. So I'm going to be boxing these up in bulk. It's going to go into 2 or 3 different large boxes, depending on how much I can fit. The rest here, these are all individual sales, about 7 of them, including those. So those are just shipping out individually. But overall, 34 pairs. I wrote it down. Let me actually see. So I wrote it down. Here's the totals. I paid basically $5 grand for everything here. You know, however long it took, but $5 grand for everything. And then if it focuses again, that's my profit. So that's my profit. That's how much everything sold for, 8,200 bucks. That's my profit. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. That was just from this weekend. And again, the guys, like, here's the cool thing. I'll flip the camera around. This was just from Easter, right? Like, this is literally from Good Friday to Easter. So that 3-day period, I didn't do any work. I took it all off just because I'm Christian and it was Easter. It's a holiday essentially. Didn't work at all on this weekend. Sold all these shoes. Obviously, I just confirmed them over the weekend, and it's Monday now, and I'm shipping them out. Pretty happy with how that turned out. And again, it's essentially passive income because I don't have to do any work. Only work I have to do is really boxing these up. So yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys what bulk shipping looks like with GOAT, how you kind of do it, and I'm just going to do a time lapse. I'm going to put it right here on my tripod, do a time lapse of everything I'm doing, boxing this up. It's super freaking easy. GOAT makes it really easy. Basically, to explain what I'm going to be doing, just so you guys can get it, is each shoe, I'll take, let's say for this one, all you have to do with GOAT is you have to take a photo of the shoe in the box. So I'll take a photo like this, and then I'll take the shoe and I'll put it in the shipping box. And then you have to take a photo like that. So overall, you have to take 2 photos with each shoe. So it's going to be a lot of photos. It's going to be almost 60 photos, but it's super easy. I mean, it's really freaking easy. And it's a lot quicker than boxing it up just individually. So I'm going to give you guys a whole time lapse of that. It's going to take a while, but at the time of recording this, it is basically noon on the Seiko. So noon right now. Let's see. Hopefully I can knock this out in the next 30 minutes to an hour. But yeah. got it all boxed up, about to go ship it out. As you guys can see, big tip, reuse your boxes. These are like my moving boxes. This was a big pair of shoes that they shipped me. I just reused it. So most of the stuff here is reused, besides some of these little ones. But I mean, literally out of the 34 pairs, basically 29 of them were reused in these shipping boxes. Saves you a lot of money, saves you time. If you can break them down and just keep them somewhere in your garage or whatever, I highly recommend using them again because there's really no point not to. So as you can see, these were the individual ones here, 7 of them. And here's all the bulk stuff. It took a little bit longer than I thought it would. I also was making content. So again, I showed you guys at noon. It's been about an hour and a half since then. I was recording a bunch of videos and made a time lapse as you guys saw. So not the quickest, but hour and a half. That's really all I'm going to do today. The weather outside is really crappy. It's rainy, but this is all I'm going to do today. About to go ship this out, like I said. So yeah, stay tuned to that. All right, so we're driving right now. I'm going to go ship. Got 34 pairs in the back, as you guys can see. One big tip I really recommend when you're shipping, try to do as much of it as in bulk as possible. I see a lot of people just go ship every day. Save the gas money, don't try to go all the time. There's really no point. So as you can see, again, we're shipping 34 pairs at once. And for websites like Goat and StockX, they tend to give you 2 to 3 days to ship. So you can actually pile up some of your sales before you go do it in bulk. One other big thing I recommend, just again, keep this on the low, but there's $8,000 worth of shoes in the back of my car right now that we're going to ship. Is that necessarily something you want to be riding around with? Not necessarily, right? I highly recommend if you're going to ship, go drop it off. That way it's in USPS's or UPS's hands, you're protected. Another big thing that'll happen is when I'm sourcing, so I'll go on a big sourcing trip in this car, I always bring 1 or 2 blankets in the back, or at least some clothes and jackets. That way, when I go sourcing, I actually have something to cover it. Because before, if you guys didn't know, Nike's bags were bright orange. So it was basically saying, rob me. Look inside my car and rob me because I have Nike bags. And I would have a ton of them, right? I had 10 of these orange bags. It's basically yelling, rob me. So I really recommend getting blankets so that when you go sourcing, you can just cover the tops of them and actually toss out the bags. So you can cover the tops of your shoes. That way, if anyone even looks in your vehicle, they have no idea what you have, okay? Again, that's just for kind of safety precautions and everything. So yeah, those are some tips when it comes to shipping. All right, just shipped it out. As you guys can see, there's nothing in the back anymore. Let's turn the music off, but guess what? You have to reward yourself as a business owner. Got the Chipotle to go, and yeah, we're super happy with it. So that's basically it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed Day in the Life of a Reseller, and almost got in an accident. See you guys.